all over, all over the world.
Hello and welcome to another costume review. This is my reindeer, well, kind of a Rudolph one because it's got the red nose. Little reindeer costume, which also I think actually is one of the last few costumes I am re-reviewing. So I guess it's kind of nice fitting that it's also near the end of the year as well. But yeah, it's got a little tail, little deer tail. It's not really padded, so I will admit that's definitely a bit of a wah wah. But hey, it's like it's alright, does its job a little, but would have been nice if it was just a bit padded, but hey. Also, I will say right now that even though I've just taken this costume out for this recording, I've discovered that it's taken a little damage than what it was. It was nice and brand new, but it's got a tiny bit of damage, and I'm going to show you a bit more closer so you know what I'm talking about. You see, you might be able to see it. Yeah, I think you can see it. It's like the red nose. It's taken a bit of damage where it's kind of like shredded. I put it in the same bag it was in. Like, for real, I put it in the same bag, same costume bag that it comes in. And yeah, I guess a bit of the nose and the bag it's rubbed together and it's just sort of shredded a little bit off. So I will admit, I feel a bit sad that I didn't foresee that and I didn't check on it. But at least I now know before it did more damage. Even though it looks a bit damaged, I will, of course, as I usually do, will try my hardest to take more care of it. And now I know that this nose needs to be more careful on where it goes. But hey, lessons learned. We all make mistakes. Also, yeah, with this reindeer costume, you do have little ears. I'm not so sure you can see it well, because I can't even see it on the preview well. Yeah, there you go. It's got like the little ears behind the antlers, which the antlers do have the little metal beam in them, like the little sort of bendy bits, right? Which is usually good that they add that, because it keeps things up nice and straight rather than very, very floppy. But that one hasn't done a good job. That one, even I have tried to bend it the right way, it doesn't. But hey, it's good enough. Also with this costume, it's got a very, very padded muzzle, to the point, yeah, like I said, as you probably might be hearing, just a bit like the what is it, the horse? Yeah, I think it was the horse, where talking a lot and all that. It's a bit hard to breathe, but yeah, it's got the open mouth as usual. So but yeah, it's got the open your mouth, which a little bit flops, but yeah, and it's got the traditional, that kind of style hand, which, like I said, in their marketing they always try to hide that, which I think is the only time the company who made these costumes basically try to deceive the customer. But other than that, they're usually a lot more like, hey, this is what you're getting. And yeah, and usually these are very, very comfortable and soft. This one, however, is still comfortable to wear, but not as soft, no. Because they have made the bodysuit a lot more thin, as well as slightly around the back of the head, right? But yeah, because they made it more thin, it doesn't feel as cushiony soft anymore. And well, like I said, it still feels comfortable to wear, which is still a plus. It's just not as nice and cuddly soft around you anymore, at least for this costume. And yeah, like I said, with this costume they did like a sort of a PVC red nose, which probably in the recording it's kind of shining enough. But yeah, in person it does look a little bit more shiny. in the right light anyways. It's also got like, you know, the shoe cover feet as usual again, which unlike the horse and that, it doesn't have a defined little detail line, but it's still does most of the job done. It probably would have been nice to maybe add like a little black line near the bottom to give off like maybe like a bit of a hoof look to it, but it didn't do that. Anyways, we're now gonna go to the pros and cons of this costume segment now, because yep, there's not much else I can talk about or kind of show you. It's just, you know, it's just like any of the other ones I've already shown you. So to be honest, if you want more details and all that, or see like the whole or the collection I have, be sure to click the little eye that will be over there if you want to see more and all that such right now. But hey, do come back to this video because we are not fully done, but it's up to you. You know, it's up to you.
Right, the pros and cons of this costume. Pros, it is still quite comfortable, as I've already said before. Like I said, it's not as soft as other ones I've reviewed of the same brand and all that, and you know, they usually are designed the exact same. This one is slightly different, and because of that, it's just comfortable, but hey, it's still nice pro, you know. And the second thing I'm going to say is, well, because of that shiny red nose for that Christmassy look. Of course, yeah, when it's not Christmas it does look a little bit weird, so it's not like a more generic-y reindeer kind of costume. But, you know, like I said, it's still quite unique, you know. I don't see many like costumes that consumers can buy that have like a red nose already on it, you know. And the ones that usually do are more of the high price mascot ones that cost a lot of money. So honestly, like I said, for a slightly lower price kind of costume, this was quite a good like little alternative to like still get like a Rudolphy mascot-y kind of suit. Now for cons. It can get quite hot in this costume. Even though it is more thinner, you can still, like I said, from how it's built and everything, and you know, it's still got like that kind of fur on it, right? Even though it's more thin in terms of like, you know, the thickness of the layer. Even though that's like that, like I said, you can still get quite hot in these costumes, especially in the head region, because of like most of the padding and, you know, it kind of like locking around your neck. And that leads us to the second con, and that is, well, you know, just like another costume that I've had before from them, because of the front padding and not really way to like breathe easily without like, is to open up the mouth with your own hand just so you can get a bit more air into your lungs. But yeah, it is quite hard to breathe, especially if you're jumping around and such like that, or like what I did, which was a lot of talking, which was a lot of talking and not giving myself a break, because of course I want to record it really fast so I can get over and done with and film more stuff in the same day. Yeah, so that is a problem. Now it is time for the final score. I'm going to be giving this a 7 out of 10. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Not a too bad score, is it? So yeah, that's going to be the end. But yeah, it's not as good as the other ones I've reviewed, which, you know, I usually give it 8 or an up out of 10. But yeah, this one, just a 7. Yeah, still respectable.
Right, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in whatever video that may be. If you're not going to watch the 2 last videos of the year, then clearly I'm going to see you for next year. But anyways, like I said, thank you all for watching, and staying with me this year. And hopefully next year will be far greater for this channel and us. Hope to see you in whatever video that may be. Oh wait, I've got to do this. Always disarm. Right, hope to see you in whatever video that might be. Yeah. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Like I said, catch you next time or whenever. Bye bye.